What's up, Big Blue Nation? What's cracking? What's happening on this Friday night? We got the four horsemen in the house tonight. Y'all are seeing everybody. We
Yeah.
got, you already know, Big Mike. You know me, BC. We got 21 Crump in the house. Y'all see him there. You usually see him behind the scenes doing his little thing. And we got the recruiter specialist in the house. Y'all have seen him before. Jimmy's in the house. And we're here on a Friday night on the eve of Arkansas and Kentucky. What's up, fellas?
I smell bacon.
Ooh,
I
we
smell
not
bacon.
bacon.
You
Not
ain't even
bacon.
you're not even gonna wait.
Hey, I'm ready for a barbecue. I'm ready for a
That's right.
barbecue.
That's right. I
Man.
called Red State up, told him to
Yeah.
fire up them grills.
You
We're ready to
get
go.
them grills going. Get that great barbecue
Hey.
sauce. We're ready.
A lot of
Yes,
finger
sir.
licking. A lot of finger licking.
So I don't know if any of you guys have heard my story about being in the Middle East and stuff like that. It's a they don't do pork, but being on a but the American bases they order hey Rick Brown, what's going on? They actually order bacon and they order pork because they don't do pork in the Middle East. So I would have to
Mm,
smuggle my bacon. I would have to smuggle my bacon
mm.
all to all the way from the base was probably about maybe about a 35-minute ride home. So I had to smuggle my bacon, and I could just hope I didn't get pulled over for having
Man,
pork in the car.
over some bacon.
Over some bacon.
Yeah.
Man,
Bacon, bacon. We're talking about bacon. So
bacon.
yeah. So hey man, thanks everybody for joining in. We just this is our team. We was hoping to have Ryan Lemon on the show tonight. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. So we just decided that as a group, we would just go live and just kind of just introduce ourselves as a unit and just kind of just have some fun with it. Please let us know how the volume is tonight. One thing that we still trying to make sure we had a good show last night, but we got to make sure that we can duplicate that every time we turn the camera on. So definitely, if the sound or if you hear somebody talking that's lower or higher, please let us know so we can make sure that we can adjust that too as well. So, yeah, what's going on, guys? Let's get it on. BC, that was all right.
Four horsemen, man. I feel like Ric Flair up in here.
Hey, look, Jimmy counts for two of the horsemen.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least, okay, Jimmy is a beast.
Yeah. Anybody that keeps up with recruiting as much as Jimmy does, I
think he's a better recruiter than Cal.
hey, I
personally.
take my hat. I take my hat
Indeed.
off to you, Jimmy. For real.
I'm trying as much as I can to get any player that I can even talk to. I'm trying to get him to come to Kentucky. But hey, Mark Pope's doing a perfect job right now. I don't believe I have to worry about giving him anything.
I think so. So 21. So 21 and Jimmy. This is for you guys. Me and BC had a chance to kind of really go over the game a little bit last night as well too, extensively. What about you? I start with you. 21. What's your thoughts on the ball game tomorrow? 21.
On the ball game,
Yeah.
I mean, I said it in the chat yesterday.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be another classic, all-time memorable game on a Catterday.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for? Like, I personally think, look, man, I love Cal, but he's got something coming. I mean, it's going to be great energy. We're going to come out hot.
Yeah.
I will say Arkansas, they're gonna be playing good defense, man. It's Cal's template. They've got, athletic players that are long. They like to get out in transition. So, I mean, it's going to be a good ball game. It just will be, so, and of course there's 3 Arkansas players that was playing on the blue court last year. And so, they're going to be coming out and trying to make a statement now that Boogie Flan's out too. So, I definitely think it's going to be a better game than a lot of people anticipate, but Cats by 90. This is Cats by 90. Cats by 9 million, actually.
Yeah.
I apologize about that.
Well, if you win by 90, I don't think we'll have an issue with that. That's for sure. Jimmy.
I will tell you this: it like it has been since the '90s. This is going to be a barn burner, but it is going to be a barn burner that Kentucky is in control of. We
Okay.
should be able to take this team down. We're 11 and a half points favorite right now. It is going to be a great game, a great environment. It might not be booze at the very beginning. They might try to get the introductions done real quick so that Pope don't that Calipari does not get booed. But the thing is, like 21 Crump said, we've got 3 players coming back playing in this game. And then also there's going to be 2 other recruits besides Boogie Flan that cannot play, Billy Richmond and the other recruit that was
Knox.
Knox, Carter
Yeah.
Knox. They're going to, play some of this game because he's down to like a 7-man rotation. So they're going to have to see the court and see what this Rupp Arena environment's going to be when it is opposite page of what you used to see when you walked onto this floor. It's not going to be like that no more. You're going to get the boos against you. And it's going to be a big game road environment that I believe that Arkansas will not be able to handle.
That's big time. BC, you're Coach Pope tonight before this big game. How are you talking to the guys? Are you guys going bowling?
Yeah, hey,
We're
hey,
gonna go see it play.
hey, routine stuff, man. Go bowling, get the Xbox and the PlayStations out, have fun, chill with your girlfriends, and be ready to play tomorrow. It's another game, but it's not like another game. It's not a Super Bowl. It's not a national championship or anything. But I hope they come out with the intensity and come out and like, okay, we know what this means for Coach Pope, and we know who's on the other side and who was here last year. Let's go ahead and give these boys the business. And I like to see the lineup that we started with against Tennessee.
Okay.
Even if Lamont is healthy, even if Carr is healthy, I think that lineup, we usually come out staggered at first, but as you know, against Tennessee, we jump right out.
Yeah.
But we didn't start off slow. So I like to see that lineup, and I like to see them beat Arkansas by 20.
Man, that would be if we can actually do that, that would be that would be nice. I mean, it's as if the crowd needs any more gasoline or any more motivation to be loud. If those guys actually do that,
And
I
I
think
like to
it's good.
see Williams run Big Z's tongue out.
yeah, that
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the Louisville game part 2. I think it's gonna feel exactly like that. It's gonna get chippy. The
Yeah.
crowd's gonna be into it from tip off to the final buzzer. I mean, it's just how it's gonna be. It's gonna be a good ball game, man.
ball game to remember. Because
Yes.
when the Cats step on the courts and when the Cats is ready to run wild, it's gonna be nice, man. Who do you guys expect to step up tomorrow and maybe have an extra special game? Ansley? Will Ansley go? Hey, BC, I know you're very high on Ansley, and what you always say about Ansley is he always takes very high percentage shots. He's been shooting from that corner all year. Surely that doesn't change tomorrow.
Oh yeah, he's probably our most consistent next to Ortega. But I'm looking for Williams to have a big game tomorrow. I'm looking for him to have that double,
Yeah.
but a little more importance. I'm looking for him to have a big game.
That would be nice, bro.
It'd be real nice.
I think it's okay. So don't forget about Arkansas still has a Dew, not our Dew, but the Dew that came from Tennessee.
Oh, that's nothing.
We want 100. Yeah. Hey, son of a gun, you're right. We got to get 100 tomorrow. If Perry and Noah two threes apiece. That would be nice. That would be nice if they can get 2 threes apiece tomorrow. And you know what? That would be something Because hold on. If I'm correct, Calipari he actually recruited Perry, but not Noah, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Yes,
So
he did recruit Perry, but Noah, I believe, was already gone to South Carolina.
He was.
Committed, and
Yeah.
he actually never even went to any of his games or anything like that to try to
Yeah.
get him, come to Kentucky.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see. Well, I mean, hey, if Noah can get it, Noah might be playing with a chip on the shoulder too, because I guess he said, "Look, Cal, you didn't think I was good enough. I'm gonna show you what you missed out on." Pigpen, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thank you for
Hey,
joining us
Pigpen.
tonight. Big Z is coming. How y'all boys doing tonight? Well, we getting ready for a roast, and we just making sure we got all our ingredients and the right tools, and we'll be ready to stick that big old stick through the pig, and then we're gonna turn it. And we're gonna turn it all night long, and then when the game is over, we're gonna just crank it. And when the game is over, the pig will be ready, and we can feast. That's for sure. We just beat Tennessee. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter who is there.
I got 2 predictions.
Okay.
I think we make 15 threes.
Ooh, okay.
And I think Lamont Butler will be our leading scorer.
Is he playing?
If he's not ruled out, he will be our leading scorer.
If we make 15 threes and Lamont Butler lead score, we're gonna win by 20 and score 100.
Oh yeah.
That'd be guaranteed.
Yeah, that would be.
As far as I know, that it's not on the scouting or anything. That usually comes out tonight before the game. It doesn't say anything right now about Butler not actually playing.
Okay, so Jimmy, you keep an eye on that while we live tonight, and if it breaks or whatever, please let us know. Okay. Johnny.
I think though,
yeah.
just given Lamont Butler's attitude and his motivation, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was questionable for the Louisville game, and everybody in the state knew he was playing that game. So I think this is another one of those games. I mean, it's Arkansas. There's some bad blood in the air, and Lamont Butler. Go ahead, BC.
Well, sometimes coaches like playing that game 21.
Mm-hmm.
They like playing. Butler's not going to play, and he can play.
Yeah.
Just throw Cal and the other guys off.
I don't know why. It's not like Cal's got a game plan together anyway.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Tell him how you feel, 21.
For real, just tell him.
Who else would have a game plan on that squad? Would it be Kenny Payne? Someone please tell me Kenny Payne's making the game plans.
Yeah,
come on.
For real. Because it ain't Chip Coleman. That's for sure. Sean just put out and said Butler is not cleared to play. So
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, Butler's not cleared to play. So I don't know. Hey, Sean, thanks for that information. We appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. So we'll see. But once again, Jimmy, you keep an eye on that.
I haven't seen anything on it yet.
Okay.
I mean, that could be true, but I haven't seen anything about Carr also. So
okay. Nobody just put out Butler is a game time decision. Carr is a go.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay.
So look. So here we go. BC. If Butler is a game time decision, and Carr is a go, you say you rolling with the lineup from Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
I like that lineup. I mean, Butler, Carr, they can both come off the bench and just do the same amount of damage as what we did against Tennessee, and have two of our starters coming off the bench. They don't need to be starters. They can be right off the bench. They do not have to care. All they do is want to win.
Yes, sir.
Look, someone just.
I tell you what. Another one is going to be revenge game. Now might be number 2 is Jackson Robinson going up against his old Arkansas team.
Yeah, you know what? We didn't even talk about that last night.
It's a lot of bad blood in this.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. And and of course we talked about it last night. You got Jackson Robinson, who was in the portal. So was Davis, and so Davis didn't choose Kentucky. Robinson did, and now look where this is going. It's going in UK's favor, that's for sure. Calhoun-Perry just trying to save his job after Oakland lost. He was trying to get it. He was Beth and what's the name? This out here might have some truth to this, bro. Cal would have never recruited Perry just trying to save his job after the Oakland loss. I mean, that could be a fact, man. It really could be. Just to well, let me recruit a Kentucky kid and maybe that'll make them happy so they won't be on my back so much. But we'll see how that all turned out, man.
I don't know why he had that in his head.
Yeah, I know, right? So, because Perry's not going to be a one and done. And I think if Perry's going to be here for 2 or 3 years, especially his third year, Perry's just going to just light things up, bro. And, he's just going to get better and better every single year. And that is something that I think a lot of Kentucky fans want to see, those guys who come in here for 2 or 3, maybe 4 years and just grow. And just like you said about we were talking earlier about sophomore Nick Richards, how he just
junior
Nick Richards was he balled, bro.
Yeah.
And that's it was just like his sophomore year to his junior year, and he just elevated his game, and that's what definitely hope that's what happens. Robinson scores 30 points, man, that would be awesome. I can do that.
If Butler don't play, Robinson's my next pick. That's what I'm thinking.
Robinson is a mismatch at the point guard. He makes Ziegler shoot 5. Now he would have to guard. He would either have to guard Wagner or he would have to guard Davis. So he would have to guard one of those two guys. I know DJ Wagner's a pretty big guard, so we have to see if because DJ's strong, but we know that when he really wants to do something, he's probably going to go left. So that's an advantage that we know too as well, that he doesn't really use his right hand as much as his left hand, or he doesn't go left as much as he goes right. So that's definitely an advantage. BC, it's just going to be an exciting game, bro.
Yes, of course.
Travis and Noah will be here and be stars. I think so. What's that, 21?
I think Adu might be the one that has the biggest game on Arkansas. Adu Thiero. I think he might have the best game because our defense, come on, like we got to be honest. Our defense, especially our interior D.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the best.
Yeah.
And Adu loves running head first at that basket.
Oh, man. Out of everybody that, outside of losing Cal, the initial lose Cal, the initial, a lot of people didn't really care either way, but, just the initial of, okay, now we're not going to get probably no good 5-star players and blah, blah, blah. Once I got out of the way, I think for me, the biggest loss for me is I wish we could have kept Adu here. I really would love to see him here as well, because but then again, I don't know if you get Ortega, if you keep Theo here.
That's what I was going to say. And tomorrow, Ortega and Adu.
Yeah. But Adu is bigger though. But Ortega, but
it ain't football.
Yeah. He said it's not football.
Yeah.
So it's the best player.
I believe Ortega and Adu will square off in this game a lot. I still think that Adu is probably one player that is maybe having the advantage over Kentucky of getting to the rim, but I think Ortega, everybody else will step up and make sure that they just need to shut him down. He might get his 8-10 points, but just don't let him go off for 20.
Absolutely. But BC, go ahead.
We have to understand though, those Arkansas guys got to play defense.
Yeah, that's true.
So when that's just like if you go back and look at the Tennessee game, their point guard Ziegler, he had to play some defense.
Yes.
He's a defensive guy, but he had to play defense a little bit more than he usually, because he had to guard a bigger guy.
Yeah.
And Robinson took advantage of it. That's what separates great players from good players and average players. Can you still play defense and get yours on the offensive end? Because defense can wear you down.
It will.
Yes.
So those guys, if they get caught sleeping, them 15 threes you talking about 21 turn into 20 threes.
Yeah, they got to play perimeter defense, and we all know how perimeter defense is with a particular coach.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think there's some good cooking tomorrow. I smell a good meal. I'm telling you.
Hey, did you guys see the comment I just threw up? What Pigpen posted? Cal said we were running 1-3-1 zone D. Hope that helps us. Yeah.
One
He
three
don't
one.
even know what 1-3-1 zone
No,
means.
Cal don't run no zone. He don't run no zone.
Oh.
Hey, I
No,
can hear.
that's a negative. And only way
remember-
that would happen is if he gets kicked out of the game and Payne is coaching.
Yeah.
Cal ain't running no zone.
Yeah.
That's
So,
I really think Cal going.
He
to
ain't
Arkansas,
Bayhand.
I really think Cal going to Arkansas is going to make it's good for Arkansas overall. They're getting more money into the program and all this other stuff. But man, the one thing, if I was an Arkansas fan, the one thing I would be like, why did we do that? Is hire Kenny Payne. Like, why did we let John Calipari pick his staff like that? Like there should have been somebody in there with the veto button as soon as the K of Kenny Payne came out of his mouth. They should have been like, no. We're not doing that.
You go hire a guy that played at Louisville and be a Kentucky coach.
yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I might have this wrong, but like, don't get me wrong, man. Like, I hate Louisville as much as the next guy, but Louisville is a storied program, and I'm pretty sure they only had 5 wins over 2 seasons with Kenny Payne at the helm, and I'm like, man, that is, I wouldn't want that anywhere near. I mean, Arkansas's got history too, and so. I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like that was just a big blunder, man, because Kenny Payne doesn't really do anything to get his players ready, and that much has been shown. I mean, it's not like he didn't have talent at Louisville. I mean, he had some talent coming through.
Yeah. I wonder if Cal asked Pope not to play zone.
This isn't grade school where you can ask one coach to play man-to-man or zone. Hope don't care about that.
But Butler, hey, Lady Bass put out that Butler hasn't practiced, so
that boy don't need practice. He don't need practice.
Yeah,
no,
he need practice shooting them free throws.
Yeah, he do.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Have y'all seen all these clutch shots he's been hitting though throughout the season? Like Clemson, like don't get me wrong, we lost to Clemson, but Butler made it close. And then, there's just been other games where he's hit these, big time shots, and you're like, oh my god,
he's a clutch guy.
Yeah,
you clutch in the Final Four, you can be clutch anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Yes,
I agree with that 100%, man. I wonder what time the doors is going to open on Rupp tomorrow. It's for basketball games or any sports events. People trickle in. And then right around when it's time for tip off, then that's when you really start seeing people in their seats and everything like that. Do you guys think fans are going to be in their seats as fast as possible so they can hackle John Calipari up until the start of the game? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, Rupp Arena is like a mall anyhow. There's shops. That place is going to be open all day long. Those fans are going to be ready. They're going to be wired for that 9 o'clock tip, and they're going to be eating to get to those seats, eating some barbecue, trying to get to them seats for the next barbecue fest afterwards. So, yeah, it's going to be, I believe everybody will be there at the beginning of the game to make sure either they're going to boo or see what happens when Calipari is introduced.
That's going to be interesting. I like a question by Lady Bass. She said, is Kentucky wearing the denim uniforms tomorrow? That sounds like something, Jimmy, you might know.
They wore them this year. I don't know if he's going to wear them this game or not. Nobody has said anything about any the uniform throwbacks, which they did 2 different games. You didn't notice the one with the denim because it looked just like our normal uniforms, but they were denim.
It goes back to Mark Pope, ain't it? Them denims.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why everybody's asking for it. Absolutely. Everyone's asking for that particular reason. Man, it's good to be on with all you guys, man. Dude, my mouth is hurting. Sorry about that. My mouth is hurting. Yeah. I didn't take my medicine before I started talking. So you guys are holding it down. So I appreciate that a lot. This Kentucky weren't no. So even if I do drop 30, DJ drops 15, and Big C's blocking shots and making threes, y'all still think we have no chance?
Let me get this one.
Yeah.
Now, Pigpen, you know I love you, brother. You know I love you. Pigpen, if this was at Bud Walton, I'd still say y'all got snowball's chance. I mean, I'm telling you, Pope done told his players, look, we got 3 games on the schedule. We got Duke, Louisville, and Arkansas. We all know I can't lose this Arkansas game. Okay. The Louisville game, that's a must win every year, even if that's the only game we win.
Yeah.
And then that Duke, that's the bonus. That's the cherry on top, Like we got to check these 3 boxes and we've had a good year, So
yeah.
Man, I always said this Arkansas game is like when you see that ex-girlfriend out, you gotta look good.
time to boss up. Time to
You
boss
gotta
up.
look good. The ex is coming into town, and we got to look good.
Yeah. It was. Wow.
What you think, Jimmy?
That's a good thought, bro.
Oh yeah, I believe Kentucky already looks good. They're walking in, coming in on the red carpet. They're going to be like, "Hey, we've got this. Let's go ahead and let's strut a little bit. Let's get into this warm up line, and we're just going to look over and say, hey, you don't have a chance. Come on, we're going to play this game, but we know what's going to happen in the end."
Mm-hmm.
Pigpen said, "Go easy on me."
Can I be the devil's advocate for a minute, man?
Absolutely, go for it.
Hey, the Woo Pig
What?
podcast. I was in there last night listening to those guys talk, and man, I just want to say the Arkansas Razorback fans, they're actually really good fans. They are really passionate, and I definitely, like I said, this is going to be a therapeutic game for me tomorrow. There's a lot of frustration that I'm going to be yelling at the TV screen, and as soon as that game's over, I'm going to be okay, I can cheer for Cal now. I want Cal to win after this game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
I got you.
I will be okay that he left because he did leave us in a gracious way. Like, we didn't have to pay $40 million. Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong, we had to scramble to get a team together, and it's worked out great, Yeah. But a lot of us already, even when Cal was here before he left, a lot of us thought this season was a bust. Like, we were just like, it's another one. We're going to be first round exits next year. We just lost to Oakland. What's next? We got the School for the Blind coming in, and they want to beat us too. Let's do it. So yeah, like I personally think Cal should have retired, but I will cheer for Cal after this. He's a wonderful man. He's done a lot for the state of Kentucky, and everything from fundraising to the Mayfield tornado and all that stuff. He's a great guy, and he deserves good things to happen to him for sure.
Absolutely.
But we got a ball game tomorrow.
Hey, so BC, what's your devil's advocate comment?
What if tomorrow night Kentucky lays the egg against Arkansas, man?
What does that look like, man? Jimmy, what does that look like if that happens?
It'd be meaning, well, that's going to be, I'll be going to bed real soon. But I know that this game means so much to the fans and everything. Yeah. And we talked about this. It's not going to be the end of the world, but it is going to be a nasty taste in everybody's mouth until maybe we play them in the SEC tournament, and hopefully we get a revenge game then.
A bad taste in the mouth towards the players or towards Coach Pope?
That'd be against our team, the players, the team, Pope, everything. We want this game bag, and I know it's a lot of pressure to put on Pope, but I believe he is up to it, and I believe he's known about this game all the last month and a half getting ready for this game, even though prepping for the other games, he's ready for this game, and so is the players. They know when you circle a name on the calendar of a team you're getting ready to play in a month and a half, you know what you really need to get done.
I did when I did my interview with Ansley when he first signed with the Cats. I asked him, "Who are you looking forward to?" He joked and said, "You know who we looking forward to." So the assignment has already been given. It was
Mhm.
given once you agreed to come to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Uh, does Coach Pope feel like he's got to coach the game of his life in order to beat Arkansas because of the pressure that he may receive? BC.
I think every game he coached the game of his life.
There you go. There you go.
The game
At
against Tennessee
Kentucky.
was one game.
At Kentucky, every game you coach is the game of your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cause you can be up on a pedestal, then lose one game and you're back down here.
Yeah,
And
you
they
are.
and they want to turn
Yeah.
that stove on.
Hey, BC, you asked what would happen if Kentucky laid an egg. Hey, State Street gonna be wild. I'll tell you that. That's gonna be something else if we lose that game, man. I'll tell
Yeah.
you. I live in Lexington, so I imagine Lexington's gonna be a strange place if we lose. So I don't. Mark Pope said he joked about his first loss of the season, but before it happened, he was like, "Look, y'all are gonna come burn my house down if I lose this game." And that kind of stuff. And I'm like, man, and Mark Pope's gonna hear it. He's gonna hear it if we lose for sure.
Yeah.
But Cal always seems to win a game that he's not supposed to win, though.
Yeah.
So
We just
I
can't
tell
let it
you-
be this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look, you ain't got to go home. You just can't stay here. So, you know what I mean? You got to get up out of here. He knew fans had a Louisville game and one of the games circled. He ain't losing. So, I think Coach Pope really wants to beat Cal. I think, look, this is to me. I mean, even though he beat Rick Barnes and and everything, and we lost by 5 to Alabama. I think really, if Coach Pope can get this win tomorrow night against Arkansas, then I think that's really when Coach Pope's era here at Kentucky really wins. You beat Cal, you beat the coach that a lot of people have been waiting for to get out of town. He went behind somebody. He went behind our backs inside of a hotel room to get another job when he was still the coach here. Maybe he didn't appreciate Kentucky as much as we thought he should have. So now, once I beat Cal, then that's when my era here at Kentucky really starts. And I don't know, what do you guys what do you guys feel about that?
See, I think Pigpen actually has a good comment to go along with this. He says, "Do you think it means more for Kentucky, even though most Kentucky fans don't see it as a rivalry?" Now, it kind of goes hand in hand. I think this is just like I said at the beginning of this is going to be a very therapeutic game for me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of frustration that I had out. We got the guy that all the media outlets are saying is our guy and that he's a great coach and all this other stuff. Okay. We're gonna see how you have your players prepared versus our last guy. So I think it's a very important game just to show Coach Pope how like his game plan if he's actually a true professional, if he means what he says. I think it's a good statement game for him for sure.
Oh, it's a big statement game, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, because that's who he's that's who he took over for. And believe me, it's been history since then, and we've had success. But I think still, I really believe that until you beat that coach in Coach Cal, then I think that's when his era at Kentucky really starts because he beat him, he fulfilled the assignment that everyone wanted once he left and got the new team, and so once all that was regulated he did exactly what BBN wanted to do, and that was to beat Calipari on his first return back to Lexington, and he succeeded. And then I think that's when he could take a deep breath and then just coach us on out. Yeah. to help Pope.
What do you think, BC?
Huh?
I said, what do you think about it? You know, about how much of a statement this is, and
Oh, you already know it's a big statement. I've been talking about this game
Yeah.
for
You
a
have
while.
been. Yep.
It is vital
Yep.
that we beat Arkansas.
so what
Yeah.
happens if we lay an egg?
Man, that's why I asked y'all. I know my feelings. I know what's going. I'm gonna go in the prayer closet and pray for Mark Pope.
Hey, and I quote Mark Pope is always on the stove. It's just not turned on.
It's just not
That's
turned
right.
on.
Will it be?
You think
Hey,
about
hey,
this.
do
You
you
see
turn it
how
on? Yeah.
you
Do
see
you
how
turn it on
people-
low? Do you turn it on low if he loses?
Man, it's gonna be on low. Hey, did y'all man?
Hey,
You remember when he lost against Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
Imagine him losing this game against Arkansas.
Yeah.
And he still has a chance to prove that Vanderbilt game was a one-off, because I'm pretty sure we go play them again.
Yeah,
only at Rupp.
we
So-
have them here at Rupp. Yeah.
I can't wait to
Mhm.
play Vandy, bro. I can't wait to play those guys, man. Yeah, we're gonna be ready for that ball game.
And Bama too. I mean,
Yeah.
after the Bama loss, Pope said, "I promise we're gonna punish teams that guard us like that." He said that. That came out of his mouth. So,
But then we
all
went
right,
out and
man.
lost though. But then we went out and lost to Vanderbilt though.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
we went out and lost to Vandy. So that
Yeah,
ain't good.
I think
Mhm.
Vanderbilt's a better team than Arkansas.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think so
Oh,
too.
yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you
Well,
on that.
Vandy right now, I think, is a 10 seed in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I think unless Vandy just falls apart, I think Vandy's going dancing this week. I mean, this year. Yeah,
Well,
I do.
they got the win over us, and they got a win over Alabama also. So
No, they got win over Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee. So their resume is looking good. They just don't fall off. And
Yeah.
I know when they come to Rupp Arena, it's going to be, unless we win this game. If we don't win this game against Arkansas, we lose against Vanderbilt. Words ain't even made up yet for what's going to be said.
Say it, Jimmy, loud, so everybody in the back can hear you, buddy.
Words ain't even been made up yet. I don't even describe them yet.
Yeah.
Man, that's why I be in the closet praying for Mark Pope.
yeah.
Man.
And that's the thing. I heard you say something similar to this once upon a time, BC, that Mark Pope is setting himself up for failure, because he has came out and said, all right, man, I had like 3-4 months to put this team together and this staff. And look, man, we got up there in the polls. I'm pretty sure the highest we got was 4. Am I wrong? So I mean,
Yeah.
we got the number 4 already this season. So like, it's kind of like he's already cut the excuses out. So if he loses tomorrow, like, he can't even say anything, because like, we have an elite team. We beat Duke. We've got more wins against top 25 teams than anyone else this season.
Yeah.
We're 6-4 against top 10 teams.
I think it's better than that. Yeah. I will say, I saw a stat. We have more wins against top 25 teams than the entirety of the ACC does.
Yes, we do.
I mean, that's crazy.
7.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, man, he's, like you said, BC, I think he's kind of set himself up for failure a little bit. I mean, it's kind of interesting, the situation he's got himself in.
Well, it's just coaching at Kentucky.
Yes.
That's why, because I know how it is.
Yeah.
He's on high 1 minute, then they're ready to crucify him the next minute. And it's a long season. It's a marathon. That's why I told people, I said, if we lose 7 to 8 games in the SEC, don't panic, because the SEC is like a gauntlet.
Yeah.
But our Kentucky fan base, y'all know how it is.
BBN don't play, man.
Y'all, hey.
No.
We ain't won an SEC tournament since I don't know when. So, I mean, it's like, I'm kind of prepared to let's have a bad game in the SEC tournament. But I do know the SEC tournament's going to be stiffer competition for us than in the NCAA tournament, without a doubt.
The first round in Nashville is going to be dumb. I remember going to the first round. The tickets was like $15. It wasn't even nobody there until
Yeah.
until Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
But what I want to say here, what me and Mike was talking about, we talking about Mark Pope, a hot seat and all that. If he loses this game, and you know, which Mark Pope's good in reality,
Yeah.
but that Sweet 16 thing we was talking about, Mike,
Yeah.
is that good enough? Man, I hate to bring it back up, but man, if he lose to Arkansas and he talk about State Street, man, gotta be better than Sweet 16. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I think, you know, a lot of people, like I said earlier, I think a lot of people wrote this season off. So to win as
Who
much as
did?
I think a lot of people going into it after we lost to Oakland. I'll tell you from personal experience.
Yeah.
I told my wife right before the game against Oakland, I said, you know what? I'm not even surprised anymore. I bet they lose tonight. And they did. You know, and I was like, yeah, I mean, we're just in purgatory now as the greatest college basketball tradition of all time. We're just in purgatory. So I was like, you know, everything Mark Pope's been able to do this season, I think we have the ability to win a national championship this year. I'm not saying that we are, but we have the ability to. We're well coached and we've got a good, talented team. But also on top of that, I think Sweet 16 is more success we've had in the past 5 years. So I think a lot of people will take that we're moving back in the right direction.
I think that's too much pressure to ask for a championship in year one.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I said, guys?
Don't bite my head off.
If what's his name, Scott Drew?
Yeah.
If Scott Drew knew that Kentucky fan base was like Sweet 16 is good enough, he would have signed the contract soon he got off the plane.
See, I agree with you, but a Sweet 16 is only good for 1 year. 1 year. That's the amount. That's the amount of leeway you get.
So this is the first year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next year, you know what it is. You know what banners we got. You said you understood the assignment. We let you get in, get acclimated, get set and get going, buddy. We expecting a banner. Like we are. Absolutely. Yeah. If you can't deliver a banner, we're gonna go try to find somebody else that will. I mean, and that's just simple. That's just how Kentucky basketball is. So
the standard is set.
Mm-hmm.
It's set at UK. Absolutely. You gonna have popcorn ready tomorrow, BC?
Of course.
You gotta get your popcorn ready.
Of course.
You gotta have it ready. I just think overall, man, I think this is just gonna be a really, really fun game, bro. And the best thing we can hope, if I just hope Big Z don't go off tomorrow night. And I hope he's not sitting outside. But as someone said, you know what I want to see tomorrow? I want to see Garrison with 10 rebounds. Is that too much to ask for? Can Garrison get 10 rebounds in a game?
I mean, he can, but I mean, I don't know if it'll happen this game. I mean, Cal's teams don't shoot threes. I mean, Cal was going on about, he's like, man, we hit 9 threes the other night. So, there's not that many opportunities to really be on the glass with their offense, except for when they, drive in and that kind of thing. But if they're operating inside of the paint, they're going to have people, shoved out the wazoo in the paint, So I don't think we're going to have a crazy board opportunity tomorrow.
It seems we beat these guys, or we're better than every single category that you can possibly think of in a college basketball game. I need to go see if I can look at that as well too. The game tomorrow, man, I'm so excited about that game tomorrow. First day of February. We've had this circle for a long time. Arkansas, 290th. Arkansas only gives up 68 points a game. Kentucky gives up 76 points a ball game. So their defense is better than our defense. Is that going to play a big part tomorrow night? Or they haven't seen anything like Kentucky just yet?
Well, we just played against the number one defense in the nation against Tennessee.
So I guess it's history.
That's history. we know we can play against their defense, and I don't think that they've seen anything like Kentucky yet. I mean, they've played some hard games and they've lost them, but I just don't think they've seen what Rupp Arena is going to have tomorrow for them. Especially, I know Kentucky players is going to be so hyped for this game just because they love Mark Pope to death, and they going to make sure they're going to try to get this win for him.
So,
like after Kentucky plays, after they play Auburn, Missouri, we got Missouri on the schedule.
I think at Missouri too. I think it is.
After they play those two teams, they done face the hardest competition in college basketball.
Yes.
Going through the SEC, playing Duke, playing Gonzaga, Clemson. They done played up against every kind of defense, every kind of set that you could possibly play.
Okay.
So the game against Arkansas, we should beat them. Like I said last night, we should beat them.
Yeah, well, I mean, against the ACC, we've done played Duke, Louisville, Clemson. Everybody kind of thought that, well, everybody knew Duke was going to be the best. Everybody thought that Clemson was going to be maybe second or third. Now Louisville is second. Clemson is still in the mix, but, we played against the two best teams and beat both of them out of the ACC. We played Alabama once. We're going to play them again. We played Vanderbilt once. We're going to play them again. Play in Tennessee once. We're going to play them again. And then the other schools, Arkansas, the teams, Mississippi State on the road. We went into that environment, won that game. I mean,
Florida.
We're going to be tested.
We get tested every night, man. 2 nights a week now.
And when you got that Kentucky, no matter who you play, they come in with their A game.
What is it about makes teams to just want to beat Kentucky? Like, is that, I get it, because that's the bar. They set the bar, and everyone wants to meet that bar. So I answer my own question. Yep.
I think our fans have something to do with it too.
Probably so.
That's why I want to beat Tennessee. Those are fans.
Yep. Beating Tennessee, that felt good for me. Absolutely. It rained the next day when we beat Tennessee, so I didn't get a chance to go out and wear my Kentucky stuff. But I ain't forgot them. I still got some IOUs.
Well, Mike, Kentucky, Kentucky's like the Yankees. They like the Chiefs. They like the Bulls, in the 90s. They like the Celtics. When you play those games, you have that circle. It's either prime time. Everybody's watching, and you want to have your best game. And that's who Kentucky is in North Carolina, along with the Kansas and along with the North Carolinas and the Duke. When those guys are on the schedule, that's where you circle.
It's like playing Alabama football.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, you want to. That, I mean, even though Alabama wasn't great this year,
it's still
Alabama.
You still want Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't them Vandy fans rip the goalpost down and throw it in the river?
Yeah,
rip the goalpost down, threw it in the river, man. Who does that? Except for Vandy and Tennessee fans.
Yep, for real.
Goalpost down and drag it out and throw it in the river.
Walk it all the way to it too.
I wish when they beat us or Tennessee, I wish they would have picked up their whole basketball court and just threw it in the river too. I just get that court out of there.
In the river. Forget storming the field. We gonna take the goalpost down and throw it in the river.
Y'all can have the field. We'll get the goalpost. The target is always on our back, bro. Always on our back. And I think, overall, isn't ranked right. So Gonzaga's not ranked right now. But Gonzaga's not ranked. But we beat them when they was number 3 in the nation, I think it was.
Yeah.
So that still counts.
They're still going to be a tournament team.
So, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. So that still counts for us as well.
I got a hot take, man.
What's that?
A hot take is that I personally believe that Duke is going to lose in like the second round, man. I don't know why, but I'm feeling it. And I'm like, you go back and look at the ACC. Of course, they got a good win over Louisville, but Louisville was not ranked at that point, and Louisville had injuries. And I'm like, man, what's really their competition? Because I know they skipped college game day for Cal and UK for that Duke and North Carolina game, but I bet you Duke is winning that game tomorrow by 25 plus. Like,
Probably
dude,
so.
North Carolina is not good.
They're not good
And
this year.
and simple fact of the matter, there's no one else besides Clemson in the ACC that's really good, you know. And I'm like, I just think they're going to be used to just dominating people. They go in through the ACC tournament and win it outright. I don't think
Easy games by 25.
Yeah, I think Louisville, if they catch Louisville in the last one, I think Louisville might beat them because Louisville's really good right now. They're on fire. And I'm just saying though, if they go to that second round, they might meet that St. Peter's team. You know, they might meet that Oakland team. You know, who knows? You know,
Yeah.
I think John Shire's a better coach than Cal, but there's still that possibility with inexperienced players. You know, they want to go play hero ball and all that. So
21. What'd you just say?
with what?
What'd you just say, John? What?
With what?
What'd you just say, John? He's what?
John Shire.
He's a better coach than Cal. He is for sure. He's a better X's and O's guy than Calipari. I'll stand on that. What you want, BC? You want me to stand in my chair on that? What you want? I'll stand there. I'll tell you what, John,
He's a better coach than Hall of Famer Cal.
Yeah. John Shire will be a Hall of Famer one day.
3 teams to the Final Four.
Yeah, but that's history, man.
No.
What has he done? What has he done in the last 5 years?
That's part of the resume.
Yeah, that's part of it.
I mean,
That's on the resume.
I'm just saying.
He hasn't done that. You exactly right, but
yeah.
That's a tough one, 21. I like you bring that young energy to the show though.
Yeah,
but that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look it up. I'll find out. You know, Shire versus Calipari head-to-head matchups. What's the win-loss against him? Because you can't.
You know that happens. You know it ain't the NBA where you win a game and you can come back and play some more and you got to win 4. You know nobody's safe in March Madness, especially now way everything, all the players are spread it out.
NIL.
It could be this year. It could be a number 1 seed get beat. It could be a couple of number 1 seeds get beat.
Yep.
Because March Madness, March Madness, when you win the national championship, that's the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, you got to get on the road.
That's hard.
6 games is hard.
North Carolina State almost did it last year, the same way that that UConn did it when they beat us. They just got on. They just got hot at the right time, and that was it.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough winning this tournament. That's why it's one of the best tournaments in sports.
So let me ask you guys, what's you guys' thoughts or what's you guys' percentage that Kentucky can find a way to be a number 1 seed? They ain't got to be the number one overall seed, but what's the odds of Kentucky finding this way to a number 1 seed come March?
Man, I really don't want to be number 1 seed.
I agree. I'm sick and tired of it right now. Honestly, I think
it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to me right now.
Okay.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now.
Yeah. 10, 15, 20 years ago, if you was the number 1 seed, you was probably automatically going to the Elite 8. You was going to play against teams that you was going to beat by 30 or 40.
Yeah.
Now you're 1 seed. Even 16 seed teams has taken down Purdue and Virginia in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be a 1 seed, and I don't want to be a 2 or a 3. I'd rather be a 4 or a 5 and just go and play the games. It's going to be on some of the sites that Kentucky goes to. It's going to be a home court advantage anyhow.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
See, I don't want to be number 1 seed just for the sake of Mark Pope. That's really that's more pressure added.
Yeah.
setting himself up for failure.
I tell you what, the standard of Kentucky basketball is that you win. It doesn't say you have to get the number one. It doesn't say you have to get the number two. You're supposed to win the game No
That's the
matter what you
expectation.
rank,
Yep, that's
no
it.
matter what the game is, we have more wins than anyone else. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's just the standard.
Yeah.
That's the expectation. Winning,
And
no matter how.
number 2 seed. Still got a target on your back.
I still don't care. If
So you don't want that neither,
if
huh?
number 4 or 5 seed, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. No
Yeah.
sweat.
So
I think right now they have us projected as a 3 seed, but I would much rather be the 4 seed, something like that.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm pretty sure I saw in that bracket that I believe you saw. I'm pretty sure Louisville's in our bracket right now, projected.
One bracket I saw
Louisville.
that Louisville was, but then there was another one I saw. The second round game is we'd be playing against St. John's, and that had us as a 3 seed, and St. John's would be in the 6 seed. But the other bracket I saw, it did have Louisville in the same seeding or same region as us.
Well, put us a number 7 seed.
Yeah. I don't want to be a 3 or a 6, and we're going to have to play against the St. John's or anything. Keep us away from that. Just give us a 7 seed. Make us a 5 seed. Keep us away from them games.
For real. If we're in the South and the top 4 teams would be Auburn number 1, Houston number 2, Kentucky number 3, and Oregon the number 4 seed. That's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of everything, please let me be an 8 seed.
Well, 8 seed, we have to play the 9 seed and then have to match up against the number 1 seed.
Yeah,
the game after. That's a hard one there too.
I like that 3 to 5 range.
Yeah.
I'll even accept 2, of course. But that 3 to 5 range seems to be that sweet spot. You know, so
Ain't nothing safe.
No, it ain't.
Not in this tournament no more. There's Cinderella's nipping on the door every time, putting on them slippers, ready to take somebody down.
It is, bro.
See, we're talking about March Madness, the SEC tournament, man.
Man, that's gonna be harder to win than the NCAA tournament. You're talking about if you start on Wednesday playing, you're going to play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 5 games in 5 days for you to actually win the tournament. But then if you only play on, say, if you get the double bye and you're playing on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you still got 3 games against other teams that's already got 2 games under the belt. They're ready to go.
Yeah. That's true. Speaking of the SEC, can Kentucky find its way to a double bye?
That would be good, I think.
Because I would love it. It's going to be. We'll have to. I believe. Well, I mean, we're going to have to win that Alabama game. We'll have to win Tennessee at Rupp. We win that Missouri game on the road. We need to have that Auburn game at home. If we can win those 4 games there, I think we could be nipping on the door or right there. It depends on what happens with the rest of the SEC teams. I mean, they're going to lose games just like we, and we're going to, win games just like them. So we'll just have to see about that.
I'm rooting against Texas A&M. I'm rooting against Ole Miss. I'm rooting against Vandy this weekend. Yeah, because this is tough. The top 4 right now in the SEC is Auburn, Alabama, Florida, and Missouri. And I want Florida to lose too because we got the tiebreaker. That's for sure. But I mean, it's going to be tough, guys. It is. But look, man, the wait is over. If you're Eastern Standard Time, tomorrow is just 4 hours away, basically, to game day against the Arkansas Razorbacks. We have talked about it. We have laughed about it. We have gotten emotional about it. We don't know who's going to boo, if anyone, who's not going to boo, the signs that's going to be in it. All we know is we get to play John Calipari tomorrow in Rupp Arena as he dons the red jacket, and Coach Pope would be in the blue in our beautiful Kentucky blue jacket, and we're gonna go at it tomorrow. I'm excited about that, guys. We'll go around the room one last time. Start with you, 21. Your last little thoughts on the ball game going into tomorrow.
Man, I think if you're not planning on watching this game tomorrow, you need to reevaluate yourself. because I personally think this is going to be the best game that's on. And on top of that, you're going to see a classic game, and it's going to be the rejuvenation of Kentucky basketball will be complete. And every fan that has had something bad to say about the program is going to find something good to like about what happens tomorrow. Yeah. And I think we got a better chance of winning the lottery than Arkansas winning this game tomorrow. I think it's going to be a great Saturday.
Ooh, I'm going to play the lottery then, for real.
I think it's another classic Saturday. And you know what's beautiful about the whole thing is that Kentucky basketball has finally gotten back to its roots. And this game, with how much has gone into it, all the storylines and everything, we get to play it right underneath those banners. How about that? I think it's going to be an excellent Saturday. Wonderful day to be a Kentucky basketball fan.
You nailed it, 21. Jimmy, what about you, man?
Man, it's going to be epic. I mean, this is going to be a build-up. Usually, you get excited when there's a 12 o'clock game, a 3:30 game on CBS, or, even it's like, see, Duke and North Carolina's playing at 6:30. We've got the prime time game at 9 o'clock. Everybody's going to be watching that game. Nobody's going to be caring what happened when Duke probably beats North Carolina by 15, 20, 25 or whatever. They're going to be watching to see, and I don't care what these commentators on ESPN is saying, and I'm not going to say their names, but they know who they are, that nobody cares about this Arkansas-Kentucky game besides Arkansas and Kentucky fans. This game's going to be watched by, I don't know how many millions of people is going to be watching and seeing this game, wondering, is Cal, when he finally comes back to Rupp Arena, what's going to happen? And they're going to stay tuned in and watch this game. It's going to be an epic game. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to be just so excited when that ball is tipped. I'm just going to be ecstatic.
There you go. BC.
Man, get your popcorn ready.
Yes.
Prime time. Know what that means. Man, I've been waiting for this game. Y'all know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The X is coming back in town. We got to show up, show out.
I got them ready to go.
Yes, sir.
I got them ready to go.
Man, y'all know, man. I wanna come in the post game with pork on my mouth, licking my fingers from the popcorn and the Coke, stomach full.
If it's post game, and I want to see both of you with brisket, everything, hot wings, brisket, everything. I want to see it.
I might be over here eating post game,
just all
Jimmy.
full of it.
I'm serious. It might be like that, but yeah, we gotta get this win. Y'all know that we gotta get this win, and I hope our guys come out and knowing what this means. I think they do, and get this win, and Big Blue Nation show up. And we do what we supposed to do.
Yeah.
Fry those small fish like the big fish. What's up, Mike?
Well, guys, there you have it. Hey, Devontae said, yes, sir. Popcorn and BC, we doing it. Absolutely. Get your milk, eggs, and bread. Kick back, relax, watch some college basketball. It's going to be good. So there you have it, guys. So once again, if you're just joining, the reason why you see 4 people tonight, 21, he does our producing behind the scenes. BC's with me on the show. Jimmy, he's deep into recruiting. You guys have seen videos with him too as well. And we're definitely good. I know, right? So together, So together, we're going to try to take second to Western. We're going to try to take the Loyal BBN show to another level. And we're going to do this collectively as a team. And I'm looking forward to working with all these guys continuously to do some big things. So we didn't get Ryan Lemon tonight like we had hoped to. But, hey, the show got to go on. And hopefully maybe one day soon we can get him on or whatever. I know things come up. But, hey, we can't stop the show for one person. We got to keep rolling and everything like that. But definitely, guys, thank you guys for coming with me tonight. I appreciate it for going along. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go do so. There's a link for our other YouTube channel called Second Take. That's in the description as well too. Go check that out as well. We talk about a variety of things. And guys, we're just happy you guys hang out with us tonight. We appreciate it. And until next time, when you'll see us next time on camera, go Cats. We just rip it out. And, yeah, so hey, and if I come on the show tomorrow with chicken, it ain't good. We out, guys.
If I be the peanut butter sandwich, it ain't good.
It ain't good tomorrow, dog. It ain't. So look, I don't drink alcohol, but I might have some yak tomorrow if we don't win. Okay, absolutely. Until next time, thank you guys, appreciate it, and the Lloyd BBN Fan Show. To our families, to your families, have a good night, and let's go Cats.